analyzing the data card we got from you-know-who. And I found something you might want to hear about. The data was set up with some heavy-duty encryption, but I managed to crack it. Inside, I found some lab documents, along with some map data, and then a bunch of links to news sites to top it all off. They look like results from a series of drug tests. All the same drug, too. The documents are from the Aegis Research Institute, so I assume the drug in question is a project of theirs. If I had to guess, I'd say Jenna took the documents along with the Legion Corps when she attacked the lab. But why? Pharmaceuticals are admittedly beyond my realm of expertise. But as far as I can tell, this drug has a lot in common with an anti-red shift drug the government supposedly made years ago. Everyone thought those drugs might save our whole species. But then the government stopped giving them out after the pandemic. They never officially said why, of course, but rumor has it the drugs and the pandemic were related. The drug in these documents has an extra chemical compound I can't ID, though. Hard to say what it does. All the links lead to reports about a case that the police and Neuron haven't been able to close. Something about a gang with near superhuman strength, calling themselves the Hermits. I wonder if it's the same Hermits. If so, the police are one thing, but I can't imagine why Neuron would have much trouble with them. They're only human. Either way, none of this sounds like the Hermits I know at all. I mean, they're hackers. Sort of a rob from the rich, give to the poor deal. Maybe a little shady, but I know they're decent guys. Or they were, at least. So, the question is, why did Jenna think we should see all these news links? It's a really detailed map of Zone 09. I know that's where you and Akira were born. It's been almost completely locked down for 20 years or so, since the pandemic. The government says the whole zone is still corrupted. It's basically condemned. But the map on the data card is really thorough. It had to have come from direct observation. It's especially detailed around one upper camp in particular, Sector 5. But why there? No matter how you look at it, Jenna is definitely trying to tell us something with this data card. I mean, she is a terrorist, so we can't exactly trust her. But quarantine or no, there's a lot of people still living in Zone 09. What'll happen to them if there's another incident? The government's not gonna help out, I can tell you that much. So, I've decided. I'm going in. Sector 5 means a lot to me. If something's going on there, I gotta know. There's nobody else I can trust with this. What am I gonna do? Hand the data over to the government and hope they handle it? They won't do anything for Zone 09. Oh, they'll say they'll look into it, file the card away somewhere, and that'll be it. Even Neuron officers are forbidden from entering Zone 09 without permission. If you got caught in there, they'd take your Legion away. They'd probably even arrest you. Or worse. I'll be fine. I bet I can get this drone in and out unnoticed. But if you really want to come, I could use the help. I'm kidding, of course. But seriously, if you really want to come, I could use the help. I do not know what might happen in there. Anyway, I better get going soon. No time like the present, right? And I mean if, you really, really want to help me out, head to Harmony Square. I'll put a beacon out for you to follow when you get there. I'll wait up for you. Just for a little while, though. it! I knew you'd come! One more time, though. Are you sure? It's illegal to enter Zone 09 without the Union's permission. Even for Neuron. If you get caught, they'll charge you with insubordination for sure. Would you really risk all that for me? Thanks. I mean it. Okay, first things first, we'll have to do something about that outfit. Uppers aren't exactly huge fans of the government, or the police. You can't walk around Zone 09 dressed like that. Luckily, I planned ahead. Try this on. Bingo! Perfect fit. I'm starting to forget you're a cop already. That door back there is the only way into the exclusion zone. As you can see, we'll have to sneak past a few guards to get to it. And the door itself won't open without a security keycard. The guard captain should have one on him that we can use. Of course, we can't just ask him to lend it to us. We'll have to take it from him somehow. Tying him up with your legion's our best option. That'll knock him out long enough for us to get through. Okay, nothing to it but to do it.
Iris, startup. Shut down. Iris, startup.
Got the card key. Now, let's get through that door before anyone notices it's missing.
Information display. Shut down. Iris, startup.
There's a security detail on this side, too. You know the drill. Try not to get caught.
Information display.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
Oh, no.
Iris, shut down. Iris, startup. Shut down.
Jeez, you really prefer the direct approach, don't you? It might not work out so well next time. Let's try to keep a low profile in Zone 09, okay? Okay, those should be the last guards for us to worry about. All right, we finally made it. There should be plenty of people inside the camp. bet we can find out exactly what we need to know. That's the camp entrance over there. Let's go in and ask around.
Shut down. Shut down.
can't do that!
Want to try a hermit tonic? Good for what ails ya. You've got a hermit card. Why don't you say so? I'll hook you up with our members-only price. Thanks for your business. See you again soon. Yo, you've got a hermit. Thanks for your business.
Okay, I think that's all the info we need. Let's straighten out what we know. So who is it that runs things around here? Right. They showed up in the files Jenna gave us, too. They've gotta be connected. So what are the hermits trying to do? Seems that way. So far, it sounds like they're the good guys, but what are the hermits doing to stop corruption from spreading? What are you talking about? Their drugs are the whole reason we're here in the first place. So what do we know about this drug? What does it look like? Right. And if you drink it, it should save you from redshift. Somehow. So how are the drugs getting in the hermit's hands to begin with? Right. People say they've seen him meeting with the hermits. I bet he's bringing the drugs in. Everything in Jenna's files points us towards the hermits. And I'm a little concerned about that outsider, too. The hermits. We've come too far not to meet with them. We'd better find a way to get into their base.
Hi there. You're not from around here, are you?
You could say that. We've got a problem, and we hear you might be able to help us out.
Ah, my reputation precedes me. It's hard being an info broker unaffiliated with the hermits, but I get by. All right, what is it that you want to know? What are you asking around about a thing like that for? You're after dangerous information.
Look, we don't know much right now, but something bad could be about to happen here. We're just trying to stop it. That's why we need to know what they're doing.
Beats me why an outsider would care so much about this place, but I admire the passion. Reminds me of someone. Okay, I'm in. With some old construction records, you could probably find a way in nobody knows about. Good news, I have that data. Bad news, it's stuck on a crusty old server that needs more juice than I've got. If you can find a few power switches and help me borrow a little extra electricity, I could boot it up. I thank you.
Iris, startup.
Your iris can show you the power grid. Just follow the lines, and they should lead to switch boxes. They'll be too high up to reach on your own, but the Arrow Legion should be able to help with that.
Information, Iris. Shut down. Iris, startup. Information display. Information, Iris, shut down.
Hey, you! If you're looking for trouble, you found it. Maybe I ought to take you upstairs, so we can talk about what you're doing sneaking around here.
I don't like the sound of that. We've got to do something about these guys before things get ugly.
Iris, startup. Iris, shut down. Iris, startup. Information display. Iris, shut down.
That should be all the power switches. I hope that's enough electricity for that old database. Let's go see if the monitor shop guy got it running.
Thanks for flipping those switches for me. I bet there's all sorts of forgotten info on this baby.
Awesome! I'd love to take a look myself. But first things first, did you find a way into the Hermit's hideout?
Looks like there's blueprints for the building from about 25 years ago. They show some ventilation ducts. One of them looks like it could lead you right inside. I'll send you the coordinates. Good luck with the Hermits.
Thanks, you've been a huge help. We might be able to sneak in through the ventilation system. I'll mark the coordinates on your map. Hopefully, this will bring us closer to figuring out what's going on. Let's get a move on.